Right.
You know, so I'm definitely not. All right, so
sports news is pretty.
Yeah, there ain't nothing going on in the sports world.
No, it's dead sports wise, man. But so album. So music wise, we got album. Let's go into the album. We reviewed Ace Hood, Starvation 5 this week, and DJ Khaled's ex artist. I don't think they're together anymore.
Nah, man, it looks like it's beef.
It is beef, right?
Beef,
yeah, it is beef. It definitely is beef. But you know, that's just like when Cannabis signed with Wyclef. You can't sign to an artist because the artist is always going.
Ain't no artist.
Khaled is his 9th album.
He's something.
Well, he's kind, Kanye, DJ Khaled, same person, same exact thing, and you're doing the review for the album this week for DJ Khaled too. So look out for that. Kevin has definitely put together something good for that one. And I just did DJ Drama. Jay just put up a video about the Nas track
album done.
Yeah, the DJ Khaled. So definitely check those out. Yeah. But I'll go first with Ace Hood. So listening to Ace Hood, the first thing that stood out to me was he has a song on there called True to Self, and it's a very indication on what was just blasphemy, because he is not true to self on this album. And not saying I hated the fact that, because he didn't pull off the whole singing aspect on certain tracks, because he's not a singer. I think Drake left that whole, I didn't say Drake, 808s and Heartbreaks, Kanye left that lane open for everyone to think they can sing to their own songs. I'm just have somebody come in and sing. Don't sing yourself. He wrote a beat well. I like Ace Hood's production. He can rap. He actually has some pretty good features on the album as well. But just that song, True to Self, I think it was almost like laughter, because if anything, this album sounded a lot different than Ace Hood albums in the past. The production still was good. Still has some of that boom bap stuff that I liked about Ace Hood. He still can rap. But some of the just him singing kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Not saying he didn't pull it off well, because he didn't. It wasn't horrible. But it just wasn't what I was used to with Ace Hood. I just used to him rapping heavy drums. And maybe because of the albums in the past had a lot of DJ Khaled influence, which looks like in the past it was kind of like a DJ Khaled album just featuring Ace Hood through the whole thing. Which this one, and I haven't listened to any of the Starvations before this one, so I guess it had a theme to...
he lost the plug, though.
Yeah, he lost the plug. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I thought it was a bad thing leading up to now, because Khaled's album... in my opinion, Kevin, like I said, he'll review going to it. I liked it. So I think that Khaled definitely took a turn for the better himself. And this album was kind of like Ace Hood's rendition of what he thought he should have been doing the whole time, which I'm okay with that. But like I said, the features were good. The beats were actually pretty good. The content was actually pretty good. He talked about some things that are going on. I think as a black man, it's hard to make an album without talking about Black Lives Matter and how it affects you. And he talked about how his baby mom took his kids away, and the pain with all that was kind of bad. A little, almost shed the thug dove for him, because he definitely seemed like he misses his kids, and being a father, I can understand that as well. But it sounds like he needs to get his stuff together to get that relationship right with his baby mom, and maybe it might be easier said than done. But I thought the album was decent. It was definitely listenable. Will I ever listen to it again? I probably won't. Only because there's just so much music that comes out, and we listen to so much stuff, and there's only certain albums that last on my phone. James Blake will probably never leave. Anderson .Paak will never leave. So I got to keep room together for other things that are coming on there. So Ace Hood, you just had to go.
Yeah.
So, but that's not saying that it's horrible. I'm just saying that it's just not, didn't make the cut. So I had the album of 71, and it's a C paper. I think it was a pretty decent job. For Ace Hood, it's actually a good album. But just putting it on par with everything else that came out within a year, it's an easily forgettable album.
Man, now coming into this album last week when you mentioned it, you remember the look I gave.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I remember.
So I was not trying to listen to no Ace Hood, man, like none at all. Like I really did not want to hear this. The stuff I had heard from him in the past sucked. I mean, I won't say that it sucked, but it was nothing memorable. Like I think the biggest song I've ever heard from Ace Hood was Bugatti, and I felt like Future stole the show on Bugatti.
Remind me of Future. We'll go back to Future later on.
Oh, okay.
Something
else you want to talk?
Yeah,
hey, don't worry, man. There's some more to go after this. You know what I'm saying? We just get this on out the way.
Yeah,
we got some more to talk about. But so I really wasn't even looking forward to this project. But after listening to it, I kind of started feeling bad for dude, because homie can rap. Like homie he's an all right little rapper, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The project was very solid, man. He had a lot of good production on here, man. his flow is a little bit tired, and he doesn't he doesn't do a good job about switching his flow up, and then without having a whole lot of features on this album, I think that kind of hurt him. And with this mixtape, or I don't know, whatever you want to classify it as, yeah, it has to be a mixtape. It was on that Piff, so it's a mixtape. But you know, I felt like with 18 tracks, it was like 18 tracks of just him got to be a bit much, and his hooks aren't solid enough for it to just be him. Like, he really would benefit from having somebody else come in there and lace him with some dope hooks.
Yeah.
With all that said, though, man, he's actually a very good rapper. I was sad for homie because it's like, yo, he's very talented, but he'll never make it, or he'll never make it big in this game.
And that's the part I got sad. Yeah, that's the part I got sad about it too. Was like, he's not bad.
Right. He like I came into this project like, man, this is about to suck.
Right.
Like, Ace Hood, nobody wants to hear this.
Right.
Yo, he's actually a very good rapper, man. And I feel like a lot of people share that same sentiment. And I knew why I felt like he sucked, because the songs I'd heard from him sucked. Like, he was never the best guy on any of the songs I'd ever heard from him. But listening to him by himself really kind of opened my eyes to him as an artist, man. And he's pretty good. Like, he's got substance in his music, which I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he talked about his real life trials and tribulations, which I always respect for any artist. And he put his heart into the music. And you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. What more can you ask for from any artist other than to give me a piece of yourself in the music? And he really did come through and do that. Like I said, 18 tracks was a bit much, but I can understand why the guy was trying to do this, man. Like, yo, you got to, when you're in his predicament, you got to fling as much out there as you can and hope something sticks.
Something sticks, right?
And especially now that if Khaled's not rocking with him, man, he's out here, he's on his own, man. It's a cold world out here in the music game. And he's already behind the 8 ball.
I think he kind of looked at the Khaled stamp a little too early. Because, I mean, even with Khaled, this being his 9th album, we heard Khaled albums before. We kind of knew what to expect from him.
Yeah.
And I think he probably looked at that like, man, I know what I'm going to get. I know what our ceiling is going to be. And I know we probably listened to this last Khaled album, was like, I left too early.
You know what? You can say that, and I don't want to speak too much on it just because I got a lot to say about it already. But, I mean, think, like, all right, the album before, you know what I'm saying, Major Key was I Changed a Lot. Do you remember any songs off of that?
Not at all.
Yeah, exactly. You forgot that album came out.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, it came out this year.
Yeah.
So
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Or, you know, I should say within the last like 12 or so months. But it came out very recently, and that was a fart in the wind. Nobody cared about that.
Right.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Ace Hood, I can understand where he would feel that way, but I felt like with Khaled, he at least had those connections to be able to do records with Future, be able to be on records with Wayne, be able to be on records, you know what I'm saying, with big name artists. Like, he could do that. Now, if he's kind of out here, you know what I'm saying, flapping in the wind, like, it's going to be tough out here. It's going to be really hard, which is sad because he is a very talented artist. I feel like he might even benefit from writing for other artists a bit. I mean, his hook game sucks.
That might
but
be
he can
what he
write
does.
some verses. He might, I mean, that would be a good lane for him if his own stuff doesn't pop, because he is talented. Like I said, he had good production. His hooks could definitely use some work. Like, he had a lot of
I didn't get that when he started singing.
Stop putting the homies on.
Oh my gosh.
Stop putting the homies on. To all the rappers out there, stop putting the homies on, because the homies suck. All right? They suck. Period, man. Leave them at home, man.
There's a reason why they're the homies that you got on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, leave them at home, bro. Until you get hot, bro, don't try to put nobody else on, because it ain't going to work, man. Them guys suck. Most artists that try to put other artists on, it doesn't work. There's a handful that it's actually worked out for.
Right.
The rest of you suck, homies. All right? Stay the homies, man. Okay, got that out. So all in all, man, pretty good album. It was much better than I anticipated from Ace Hood. Would I check for his future projects? Yes, I would actually listen to Ace Hood's projects. Will I go back and listen to his stuff? Probably not. But you know, no knock on the guy, man. He gained a Fairweather fan on this project. With it, I'll rate this album out, or this mixtape out, at about a 77.
Okay.
But definitely worth a listen.
Okay.
I'll keep mine short and sweet. I don't ever know who Ace Hood was, and with a name like Ace Hood, you definitely would not get a listen to me. You know, any other way but the show. But looking at the track list and before even listening to the album, I was like, man, he's coming into this album with a severe handicap on there, and y'all know who that handicap was.
Who's that?
Rick
Rose.
Rose delivered a great verse on there.
Rose.
Hey, Rose sounds inspired.
Man. Yeah, he was sounding very good on there.
He sounds inspired.
And I kind of want this part of the video to be erased, but Rick Ross wasn't that bad on this track.
I'm gonna loop that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna edit this back
my
out,
mouth.
and that's gonna be it, man. Rick Ross wasn't that bad,
Right.
But you know what, man? I actually like this album. Well, I said I've never heard.
You've been talking about it in the group all week about it.
Yeah.
Man, I like Cold Shivers. That really stood out to me.
That one was good. That one was good.
I liked Amnesia. I liked America Dream.
Mm-hmm.
I like Go Mode. Man, I liked the intro, like the message to the label. True to Yourself. I didn't know who he was, so I didn't know if he was being true to himself or not.
Yeah,
because I don't know his history.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a solid project all around. The production was solid to me. There was not one track that I was like, it's just hurting my ears.
Okay.
Would I listen to it again? I wouldn't listen to the full album again, but there are tracks that I would go back to and listen to.
Okay.
Overall, I would probably give this album 79.
Okay, that's pretty high. That's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, I respect his work, man. I respect his work. I will be looking for his next album.
Okay.
Yeah.